Hello everyone, this is Mehran and welcome to episode 1 of the Sunday thing. It still doesn't have a name. I'm still brainstorming, but I guess we're gonna keep calling it the Sunday thing for now. It's January 11th and I hope that you've been having a great time. The world is not having a great time. We're already 2 weeks in and we're like this much closer to the end of the world. But I'm not gonna talk about that. My name is Mehran. I am a full-time university teacher and also I used to be a full-time professional musician, and I moved on from that life, but not completely. But because of my engagement with the university life and a teaching life, I do this as a hobby. It's a very expensive hobby, but it is a hobby nonetheless. And I hope that by doing these videos once a week, I develop a better sense of discipline, and so I'm gonna take you along the ride with me. So let's talk about the week. So this week officially began a ton of meetings that we're supposed to do. Our classes here begin on the first week of February, but we spent pretty much all of January meeting, planning, organizing. At any given semester, we deal with around 15 or 16,000 students, so you can imagine there's a lot of logistics, there's a lot of things. And so on Monday and on Tuesday we had 2 extremely long meetings talking about different classes, about how we're going to evolve on the process from the last semester, all of the administrative and not administrative things that you can think of. You might see me having a mask. It's not because I'm sick or anything, it's just because I was in meeting. I was in 2 different meetings since morning, and usually in these meetings people come with a lot of flu or other kinds of viruses, and this was mostly about prevention. It is unbelievably cold. Then it was, for me, I decided to stream the creation of some sound effects and some music stuff that I'm working on for a game that I'm also creating for university and for my students. The live stream is available, I think, on my YouTube channel. I live stream on both YouTube and on Twitch, in case you want to see them. Also, this week, my YouTube channel got closer to one of my biggest milestones I always wanted to have. At least I wanted to have it since ever since I arrived in France a couple of years ago. Well, a few years ago by now. And my plan is to get to 500 subscribers, to get this channel to 500 subscribers, which is a small number, I know, but you need to start small and then you need to develop. I'm very close to that number. So if you think these stories that I'm telling, which are about learning, about music, about life as a university teacher in France, could possibly be interesting for you, even though I usually do the call out at the end of my videos, I'm gonna try something new. It would be super awesome if you could do the YouTube thing, and if you don't, I will completely understand. After that, this week we had a ton of snowfall here in France. I live in a town on the northeast of France called Strasbourg, which is at the border of Germany and Switzerland, and so the weather here is heavily influenced by the Alps mountains. So it's getting cold, very cold. Snow is awesome, snow is cool. As for the music performance of this week, let's talk about why I chose the song I chose, tell the story about it, and then that's gonna be it for this video. So the song that you're going to hear in a little bit, I started recording the video version of it halfway through the week. Let my past self tell you the story of how I'm approaching the recording process first. Ooh, let's go. Why can't I play like a normal human being? One more time. So like 10 minutes ago, while I was doing the dishes, I had this idea, like this idea came to my mind to recreate, to replay one of my songs only with one guitar. And so I hooked up my electric guitar directly to the audio interface, and I'm gonna probably like add some stuff to it later. But seeing as for the past 7 weeks, my song A Million Specks of Light has been in the French charts, on top 50 French charts, I said, you know what? I think it would be a good idea to do a very like stripped down, just not an acoustic because it's an electric guitar, but like an acoustic type, like a guy singing with a guitar kind of a vibe, like a singer-songwriter type. I wasn't able to sleep very well last night, and I had to wake up very early tomorrow because I was noodling on the guitar before this. I said, you know what, let's just record the parts, even like in a very disjointed way, and then we will, I will probably polish it. So that's what's going to happen. So I was editing the song, and I realized that I have made some timing mistakes. I have made some, specifically in the vocal. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a framework with some percussions and maybe a piano so that I would respect the beat a bit more. That's just awesome. Now, for the past 7 weeks, the song A Million Specks of Light has been in the French charts, in the top 50 French charts. And this is the first week that I haven't received a message from the chart people. So I'm assuming the streak is over now. We had a 7-week streak, which is awesome, honestly. I wrote that song a couple of years ago, but I published it last year with my album. I didn't publish it back then because I felt like even though I had recorded everything, I had mixed it, everything was ready, I felt like I was forcing myself to publishing it because I wasn't feeling that colorful and that energetic at the time. And so I kept it for a better release window. And ultimately I said, you know what, let's just put it in the album. The song itself, A Million Specks of Light, as you can guess by the name, is about tiny stardusts that create us. And this song, in its theme, in its vision, in its lyrics and everything in between, is somewhat of a spiritual successor to another song that I wrote many years ago called The Universe Sang to Me. And I wrote Universe Sang to Me when I was heartbroken for a lot of different reasons. A few of them you can probably guess. But I said, you know what? One day I will write a better version of this song for when I feel very happy. And I wrote that song and it became A Million Specks of Light. In Universe Sang to Me, it's all about how we are all made of stories and stardust, and we are essentially the reflection and the refraction of the universe around us. And in Million Specks of Light, I say, you know what, I think when we die, we are going to turn into stars for what comes after us. And I don't know, I feel like it's a good vibe. I feel like it's a good vibe. And I guess the charts agreed with what I feel like, I guess, for like 7 weeks. And so, yeah, without any further ado, let me just wish you a happier January, a great time, and hopefully a lot of snowfall, depending on where you're from. I really like snow. Please stay safe, stay sane, stay warm, drink your drinks, take your vitamins, and I will be seeing you next week on Sunday. I think it's going to be, what, 17th, 18th, I think. Hopefully with a much more energy and more things to talk about. Enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you so much, and I will be seeing you very soon. Peace.
Night falls again, lost in space and time. Moonlight songs, silver clouds that rhyme. Are we immortal, or are we just insane? Will the clouds unbreeze and let it rain? And endless stories, endless nights. When we die, our names will paint the sky. Our dreams will be a lighthouse, guarding shadows home. When we die, our souls form constellations, endless signs of life. A million stories, a million stars, a million specks of light. We wish a world of tales, crystallized in place, of embers and of shades, with vestiges of grace. Can we heal the world? Can we heal the hate? Let's rewrite our fate. Endless stories, blinding lights. When we die, our names will paint the sky. Our dreams will be a lighthouse, guarding shadows home. When we die, our souls form constellations, endless signs of life. A million stories, a million stars, a million specks of light. Set fire to the dark, we burn the shadows bright, and yearning candlelight serenades the night. A home, a winter warmth, find peace in broken arms, as angels sing us songs, rewind, repeat, recall. When we die, our names will paint the sky. Our dreams will be a lighthouse, guarding shadows home. When we die, our souls form constellations, endless signs of life. A million stories, a million stars, a million specks of light.